Okay, so let's jump into mini section 2. All right. And before we do anything, I want to go over very briefly how to take screenshots. All right. Microsoft now has this new snipping tool. That's their default screenshot tool. And you can dock that down here, or you could come here and just type in snip. Okay, but this is very laborious, all right? And what I do is I hold down Shift and the Windows button, and then I tap S for screenshot, and that launches this automatically, okay? And I usually choose rectangle, okay? And that way you don't have to do your entire screen, but remember, for most of your screenshots, I need to see your username in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, and then you're just gonna draw your rectangle. Okay, and normally you're gonna see a window pop up here, but I have screen recording software right now, so it didn't do that. So I'm gonna open up this snipping tool, all right, and let me see if it'll work here. Okay, good. So this is, if you click on your screenshot down here, this is what's going to pop up, okay? And these are automatically saved to a folder that Microsoft makes under your pictures folder, and it's just called screenshots. Now what's really nice these days, just recently, they added this shapes feature, okay? So if there's certain things that you want to notate over here, you can just click on this. Yeah, again, my video recording thing isn't letting that work, but you can make nice circles and squares and things like that. All right. If you need to change any settings, come here, and these are the ones you should have turned on. Copy changes, automatically save screenshots. You definitely want that one on. I would turn these guys off. I have an HDR monitor, so I have that on, and that's really about it. Okay, so remember, you're taking screenshots throughout these videos while you're taking handwritten notes, okay? And then at the end, you're gonna put it all together in a PowerPoint. All right, so let's go back to Pro. And I think most of you have this open, but I want to go over something with you. If you have this project open, I want you to hit Control S, which is save, okay? And then I want you to close out of the software. Now, anytime you begin a new session in ArcGIS Pro, you want to go to your folder. All right, our NRM 2403 folder, all right, and you want to make sure that your project has all green check marks here, solid green, okay? So I need to back up here, right click, and choose always keep on this device, okay? And that makes all the data that was in the cloud download to the C drive on your computer, because ArcGIS Pro cannot work with data that's in the cloud. It has to be downloaded, and these solid green check marks means they are indeed on your C drive. Okay, so this is the way I want you to open the software going forward. All right. Open up your project and make sure that all of your data is synced to your C drive. Then double click on this APRX file, okay? And that is going to launch the software, and it's going to open our project for us. Okay, so ArcGIS Pro has what is called a ribbon-based interface, okay? All of this here is called a user interface. And then of course, this is the map that we're going to be working on. But let's talk about what is a ribbon interface. So these tabs at the top, think of these as aisles in a hardware store, okay? If you want to insert something into your map, so you want to bring some data in, you would come up to insert. Now, before I click that, watch what happens to this entire subset of tools. This is called your ribbon, okay? So this is like the name of the aisle, power tools, and you click on it, and then you walk down that aisle, you walk down that ribbon, and you see all your power tools, or in this case, all of the items that you can insert onto your map. Now, if you need to do analysis, same thing, okay? And I want to show you that this is used also in Microsoft Word, okay? If you want to insert something, okay, the ribbon changes, okay? If you want to work on your layout, it gives you all the tools you need to work on that layout, okay? The same thing is true here in PowerPoint, okay? And let me get an Excel doc. Same thing with Excel, okay? If you want to view something, all right, you can click on the View tab. So before you get frustrated and you're like, oh, I can't find what I'm doing, always go up to these tabs, okay? And ask yourself, what am I trying to do? Oh, I want to draw something. So it's going to give you all of the options for drawing, okay? So let's go back to Pro, and I want to reiterate the importance of working slowly and carefully in this software program, because the biggest frustration and time waster that I have found personally when working with software, especially new software programs, is just trying to find the tool or the icon that I need to do the work I want to do. And this ribbon makes that very easy. Okay, so you always want to start up here. I've actually seen people hide the ribbon, and that way they automatically default to the tab first, okay, which is what you're supposed to do. Then it opens up the ribbon for you for that tab, okay? And if you want to always see the ribbon, you can just click this little pin and pin it down. Okay, and this is the way I usually work. Okay, the other thing about working, especially with Windows, I know a lot of you come from Mac-based backgrounds. The other thing that's very important is understanding how powerful right-clicking is. We've spent most of our time with software always kind of banging on that left mouse button, but that's not really the correct workflow, because all of these tools that you have up here can also be accessed to a certain degree when you hover over an item, an element in your map or in your project, and you right click. Now look at all of the different options they give you. And that's what right clicking does. And these programs are designed very well because they're saying this is what's possible for you to do with this element, okay? And so then the left mouse button actually executes a command. So you say, okay, I want to work on the properties of this map, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to do it right now. We're going to name this map Llano Estacado Base, okay? And then we're going to just leave all of this alone for now and click OK. So now we have a nicely named map. And now you'll see if you right click here, you have your options. And this is true with any element that you have in your map, okay? It's also true here, okay? You can add a new folder connection. If you open this up, you're gonna see all those subfolders we made, okay? And right clicking is a fantastically efficient way of working with Windows based software because it eliminates the need, not entirely, but it cuts down on the need to come up here because the tool, what you want to do is really probably just at your fingertips by right clicking. Okay, so understand the importance of right clicking. Now, the last thing here I want to talk about are these two very important panes. Okay, one is called contents, and this is similar to the table of contents in a book. All right, and each one of these layers I want you to think of as a chapter in the book. So this would be the first chapter, all right, but you can also move these around. If you want this hillshade layer chapter to be first, then it's going to cover up the one underneath. Okay, so and I'm just holding down the left mouse button to do that. And this is the map. This is like the book cover that contains your chapters. Okay, now coming all the way over here to the catalog pane, this is like if we're going to keep with this analogy of a book, this is like walking into the library. Okay, this is the book you have in your hand, and these layers or chapters are displayed here for you. But this is an entire library of possibilities. This is your doorway to adventure, okay? You can download data from the internet and put it in these folders and drag and drop it over. But what's also really cool is you can go to the portal and you can just stream data in like a Netflix movie, okay? Just by dragging and dropping these layers over. Okay, and Esri, the software maker, has done a great job of curating this data. So they have certain data sets that are specifically curated by them that are really top notch. Okay, you're also going to see a lot of stuff in here, like this is from France and everything else. And I'm going to teach you how to create a list of favorites so that you're not always jumping around in here looking for the same thing. Okay, so just to summarize, keep in mind how to use the ribbon. You always start up here with your tabs. All right, understand the power of right clicking. You always right click on an element first and then discover what your possibilities are, and then you left click to launch the one you want. And then finally, remember that this is the book in your hand. Okay, this is the book you're working on, and these are the chapters, and all of that is displayed here in your map. And then the catalog is your entire library. Again, your doorway to adventure, and you can find an enormous amount of data without even going to the internet using this portal, because it will stream directly in for us. Okay, so that's it for this mini section, and we will see you in the next one.